black with silver, officially weighing 147 pounds. His professional record, 45 victories, including 38 knockouts, 5 defeats, and 1 no decision. He has 4 world titles in 3 divisions. Tonight, he is the challenger from Pomona, California, former lightweight world champion, former welterweight world champion, and former light middleweight champion of the world, Sugar Shane Mosley. And fighting out of the red corner, wearing red with black, official weight 146 pounds. Professional record, 37 victories, including 27 knockouts with 5 defeats. Damas y caballeros, presentar de Tijuana, Baja California, México, la reina, la defensa, campeón del mundo, the reigning, defending WBA welterweight champion of the world, el Tornado de Tijuana, the Tijuana Tornado, Antonio Margarito.
Golpes here, punches here, fine. Shake hands, good luck to both of you. Buena suerte a los dos.
For many years, fighters like Archie Moore, Sugar Ray Robinson, Bernard Hopkins at an advanced age fooled the experts and staged victories in fights that they weren't supposed to win. Does Sugar Shane Mosley have one more big, great fight in him? Antonio Margarito is going to try to prevent that from happening tonight.
And Antonio Margarito's tonight's fight, the other night against Miguel Cotto, was his welcome to the world. But tonight he's got to prove that he's here to stay.
And round 1 has begun. Sugar Shane Mosley in the all-black trunks. Antonio Margarito, all red trunks.
One thing I want to see off the bat is if Mosley can reach Margarito with jabs. Really try to be able to, because that would enable him to get inside, to flurry, and then get out.
Mosley had a few words right into the ear of Margarito right there. Maybe the words were, "You're in for some tough work tonight."
And Shane Mosley has been known to get inside the head of his opponents, but more than anything, to use his head in fights, and Margarito will have to be wary of that. And Shane Mosley, although he has great skills, can tend to be a dirty fighter at times.
Oh, good left hand from Mosley. Right on the side of the chin. Mosley has come out, folks, smoking.
Well, he resisted that urge to trade with Margarito for about 11 seconds.
About 11 seconds as we skillfully set that up. That scenario where Mosley would be patient.
And we were talking about the headbutt. Raul Saiz immediately calling Shane's attention on it. And we see how Antonio Margarito would actually felt the left hook of Sugar
Right hand from Mosley over the top. And you also got to remember against Daniel Santos of Puerto Rico, a headbutt was a loss suffered by Antonio Margarito. Shane, that's something he suffered from before. But I'll tell you what, this is a message from the first minute and a half from Mosley.
Beautiful uppercut and then a right cross by Sugar Shane Mosley, who said, "I'm here to stand my ground." And the thing with Antonio Margarito, this is when you have to strike during the beginning of the fight, because he gets stronger as the fight progresses. And there it is, another headbutt.
Complaining about the headbutts, Margarito, you better be worried about the uppercuts. A statement, in my opinion, from Mosley to Margarito: I am not intimidated. I've come here to trade.
Mosley's hands look very fast tonight, and the difference in hand speed at the beginning of the fight here is really quite astounding.
Now, the one thing about Margarito, he doesn't look crisp so far in his first round at all. Not offensively, and especially not defensively, which we expected.
He looks a little flustered, and we did mention the reach advantage from Mosley. And he digs in a body shot in the corner, and Margarito says, "Good one."
Yeah.
He said, "Good one."
He acknowledged it, and that was a Heck of a right hand to the body by Sugar Shane, who early in his career, if you think back, had the reputation as one of the very best body punchers in boxing. He kind of got away from it a little.
And that's why he earned the respect of so many Mexican fight fans, because if you look on his record, he was beating a lot of Mexican fighters early in his career, and he did a lot of the Mexican style of going in there, exchanging punches and throwing to the body.
This is all hand speed. 1, 2, 3 from Mosley over the top. As Margarito has yet to settle into his rhythm because he's being very much attacked by the quickness and the speed and the left hand of Mosley. Good round for Mosley.
Your speed, you're too fast.
In the post-fight analysis of Mosley's victory over Mayorga, it was mentioned that they thought Mosley had shown age and was wearing down under the pressure. He may have learned something from that. He got a long way to go. 37 years old is 37 years old, but it's definitely turned it around, especially when he had a few words directly into the ear of Antonio Margarito in the opening seconds of the first round. Let's see how Margarito responds.
Well, since you referenced the Mayorga fight, I certainly did not think Shane looked good in this fight with Mayorga. And that, however, you have to remember, Mayorga is a very awkward, really weird style that you just don't see. You can't really even practice against because no one can imitate it. Look at a more orthodox fighter here. And I thought that Mosley in that first round looked better than he did at any time, except for in the Mayorga fight, other than the time when he knocked him out at the end of the fight.
And one of the things that Shane Mosley did was get bigger sparring partners that would pressure just as Margarito will do tonight, such as Enrique Ornelas is one of the top-ranked middleweights in the world. So he's not going to be intimidated by Margarito pushing him around, and actually he's trying to put a body on Margarito and not let him get off.
Let him go, Shane.
And he's not afraid to do, let's don't say dirty, but do the dirty work. There's a lot of in-close fighting. Sort of reminded me of the glory days of Evander Holyfield when he would just rough you up in there. Mosley's not afraid to get in there and get down to dirty business if he has to.
Solid right earlier.
Oh, look at the combination, the speed.
And he was able to reach him there with the jabs, like I talked about at the beginning, Alan, and that set it up for the overhand right to come right behind it. He hit that right very well behind the jab.
Antonio trying to time him at this point, but it's tough when you got the standstill.
Look at Mosley tying him up, as I was just mentioning. Crowd doesn't like it.
Because Raul
Caiz doesn't like it either.
Margarito is accustomed to falling behind in some of his fights, as he did in that one with Cotto, and of course he came back. But I thought he looked a little startled between the rounds when he went back to his corner. I don't think he was expecting the ferocity that Mosley came at him with.
I don't think that right hand connected as well as the crowd thought it did. It was a big punch, but if it ever does, it will be devastating.
But that's the difference, too, is that Shane Mosley is a guy who likes to slip punches, who likes to use his body and his waist to move. That's the difference so far, that Margarito has yet to land a flush punch.
Margarito looks better in round two. Perhaps you didn't expect what he got in round one. He's always been a slow starter. We've made that mention numerous times. But look at Mosley going forward, and Margarito, you know, instead of turning the tides, if they expected somebody to put a body on somebody tonight, it was going to be Margarito. But Mosley had words to say.
And the warning was for Shane Mosley, warning him not to use his head to bore into Antonio Margarito's face.
Raul Caiz looked like he was telling, come on guys, let's be friends.
It's not going to happen for at least, 10 more rounds.
Keep our angles. Your eyes are great, Shane. You just make him pay for it after. That uppercut is going to be available, baby. So when you slip and slide, I told you, come up fire. And believe in his left hand we developed, baby. Believe in his left hand. All right? You can pick him apart up top with it, and you can stab him with it. You see when you stuck it to the body and came over the top with that right hand. That's what we're working on, baby.
An exchange of jabs between the two, and the jab working very well for Mosley, and he hit that right cross behind it, so he was able, that's how the jab sets things up for Mosley. Now later on in the round, I did think that Margarito was beginning to find a little rhythm, later on.